One. It is Ferropolis here in Germany, and we are about to start the first practice session of today here in this beautiful environment. Drift Masters 2026 round 6, second to last round in hand, and we will have yet another interesting practice session. Some not that great news from yesterday. Lauri Heinonen did hurt and break his wrist yesterday in the practice session after a head-on collision towards the wall. Suspected reason for that being rubber in the brakes and him not being able to manage the angle of the car while arriving to this horseshoe corner here, what you can see in the picture. By the way, can you confirm if I am being heard? It should be like that. We see already people flowing in.
How are you?
Good. So, sorry about the interruption. We have some other media people here as well, friends of mine. No problem at all. This is kind of belongs to the live streaming that anything can happen. But yeah, so anyway, weather is good. I think we are closing 33 degrees Celsius today, and yeah, it is warm. Yesterday it was maybe a little bit more windy, so it's gonna be a hot day. Luckily for me, it is this 3 hours practice, and then after that it's only 1.5 hours that is remaining in the afternoon. So this one starts at 10 o'clock sharp Central European time, and the later practice today that will be starting at 3 p.m. So stay tuned for that as well. And then after the second practice session, we will then see the qualification today. So expect today's practice still be a little bit about qualification runs and solo runs, at least partly. We saw some nice battles or battle practices yesterday as well. Plenty of that too should happen today as well. Why not? Because, you know, it's this training sessions, 4 or 5 sessions, and then there's the last session after the qualification on Saturday. But yeah, qualification today starts 7 p.m. so it'll be partly driven in the daylight and partly in night lighting. We got a little bit of a glimpse of how things are here in the dark yesterday in the evening practice or night practice. I think it was spectacular. That is also, I know that it divides opinions of is the night light conditions enjoyable or not. I think it's gonna be enjoyable. Something in perspective of what I'm doing, filming and streaming this, it is maybe even better visibility when you don't have the shadows from the sun. But I think no matter what the case will be, we will have these 2 practice sessions now first. And yeah, drop in a comment if you want to ask something, or as usual, there's gonna be a lot of comments, and that's kind of name of the game in this streaming thing nowadays. So Lauri Heinonen's car is also totaled. They managed to fix it yesterday for the second practice after a rear collision or a rear quarter collision, which was also quite severe earlier in the day, and that's the situation. Maybe we will take a little bit of a recap of all the wild cards we have in this first group, which is Group A. The practice once again is divided into 3 groups, A, B and C. the one, as we have so many wildcards here, it is I think 16 total. So it means that the first group is quite much populated by the wildcards. I will now try to get my phone to cooperate with me so I can tell all of the names of the wildcard drivers so that I don't miss anyone. So almost there. So from Finland we have Pauli Laakso, from Spain Igor Derenko, Timur Lipski from Ukraine, Nikolai Zagrzewski from Poland, Axel Hildebrand from Sweden, Peter Polli from Austria, Dominic Kuur from Poland, Toni Ojatalo from Finland, Dylan Garvey from Ireland, Kemal Soili from Turkey. We have Tanupat Lertoviuit from Thailand. We have Adrian Petricevic from Croatia. We have Paulus Perkkiö from Finland. We have Max Heidrich from Germany, and then Artur Havrilenko from Ukraine. So in 4 minutes we are good to go. Practice number 4. All in all, in this event there are 6 practice sessions altogether, including the Saturday's top 32 practice, and that is awesome that we have action-packed weekend all day long, all night long, so how could it be any better? What else? Yeah, maybe a little bit of more of my own interests. Please go and click that like button. I am repeating that all over again in all of these streams, but unfortunately none of the likes really carry over to the following streams or videos, so please do that. That helps all the other people find the stream, and also subscribe if you haven't done already so. Click that notifications button as well so you don't miss any of these streams or anything on this channel. Also, if you are a hardcore fan, you can join to my supporter members group here in YouTube. It's $2.99 per month, and with that you can also gain and add access to a WhatsApp group. There's already over 90 people in the group, and the discussions are mostly around drifting and motorsports. It is mostly in Finnish at the moment, but it's not only limited to Finnish. And yeah, here in YouTube, when you join, there is instructions how to get to the group. And now we already see first cars slowly getting into the burnout box. It will be Konstantin Shurenko, one of the regular season drivers, and Toni Ojatalo from Finland in the first pairing. And hey, we are ready, I'm ready. Hopefully you all are ready as well. So let's go. Just a quick check if the camera change works and all the camera angles. Yes, they work. I don't know what went wrong with the one camera last night, but now it seems to be operational. And somehow, once again, I'm super excited about this practice session. So fingers crossed it will be good for everybody. No crashes, but good drifting and good preparation for the qualification today. So the guys are on the start line. Start line marshal has checked, or is checking, the track. We got thumbs up from all around the track. We got thumbs up from the drivers, and here we go. So we have opened the game now, and time to move on. It will be then, of course, these two guys, as it has been this weekend. They will take it another way around, and then next one in line will be Timur Lipski and Paulus Perkkiö. Not that nice start for Konstantin Shurenko. Let's see what happened there, if we have time to check on the replay here. He's pushing it through this one and then hitting it into second clip, or is it the third clip? Yes. Unfortunate start on practice for him, but hopefully it's just a little bit of a bent control arms and debeated tire, and feel that gone wrong. So okay, we are ready. Paulus Perkkiö in the lead, Timur Lipski in the chase. Just a remark, if you were with me yesterday, that the smoke situation is a little bit worse now because of lack of the wind. So we might have a little bit of a difficulties because of that. But let's see. It's also about the track marshals too, or the start line marshal, to kind of observe the situation and not to send cars on track which is covered in smoke. Here we go. Oh no, Paulus Perkkiö is in the wall. Paulus is in the wall. There possibly has been a fire because the fire marshals are there. No, that's not a good start. It's far from being a good start for him. Oh no. And as we all know, if you know anything about engines and fire extinguishing, that sucks. That sucks big time. Oh no. Paulus is, I assume, out of the car. Yes, he's there with his helmet on the, yeah. There was a puff of smoke from the car when they were turning back to the start line. I was like, okay, is it something to worry about? Maybe it's somehow connected to that, but then it kind of vanished. It wasn't smoking anymore when they were on the start line, but fortunately I didn't unfortunately I didn't see, or it's also with this filming this practice session, I always take the first car first, and unfortunately I didn't see what happened, and unfortunately there is no replay about that. So okay, so this will take a little bit of a time clearing up the track, and it would have been then Tanupat to view it from Thailand, and Adri Petricevic next. Well, they will be next anyway, but we need to wait for a bit. And we also have Axel Hildebrand there waiting in his Volvo 740 3-rotary wagon there. So after some minutes of effort retrieving the car, we will be going. Okay, we can see that they are actually absorbing the, I would assume it's oil. If there's fire, you know, water doesn't catch fire, so it must be something from the car. And then just the crash and fire and all of that fire extinguisher powder or whatever they use, it's usually just nasty stuff. So to clean all of that out, I think it's also a little bit corrosive. So I have a huge and long day ahead to first of all try what's wrong with the possibly engine, then to fix the collision damage, and then to clean all of that stuff out from the engine bay. That's gonna be a huge job, but in this sport we have seen much worse happening, so I hope those guys will, you know, pull off another miracle of drifting mechanics. This is a Group A that is going on. It just barely started. I think this happened in a third or fourth tandem today. So yeah, we have a sweeper truck coming on site next. It's a lot of oil absorbent being spread on the track. Paulus's car is on the flatbed. We are almost ready to go again. So next tandem will be with Tanupat and Adri. Thailand versus Croatia. I'm pretty sure that there are quite many Adri fans watching this one. So now, as we have this break going on, please hit that like button. Of course, if you like it, if you like the stream, then makes all the sense to hit the like button, so we can spread the message of drifting and make this stream to reach as many people as possible. Sweeper truck, or a truck that has probably some sort of a suction as well, is they're ready to clean up the mess. Ay. Not ideal, not ideal. So Mr. Nunu, do your job and we will get back in action. I'm just wondering if the guys would need another warm-up for the tires or not, but in a couple of minutes we should be going. Do we have anything in the comments? This question, does Mika Keski-Korpi have his second car with him? No, he doesn't. Most likely it was just how it's suspected here. The engine broke and then hit the barrier. Yes, the qualification, that is 7 p.m. local time, 8 p.m. finish time. And yes, you will have your Audrey just in the next tandem after this cleanup being done. So and yes, hey, thank you Built M5 for €5. Yeah, you can do the donations as well, but I somehow don't feel actively asking for donations. I don't think that's the way to go, but anyway, that is one way to support. And yeah, today I will be joined by Jane, the Driftmasters host from Finland, from Red Bull TV. She will be working for me and my Instagram channel, rollinrudy_media. You can find all kind of fun stuff from there, starting from noonish today when we get her here. She was supposed to already come earlier, but unfortunately, well, fortunately for her, she got assigned into a TV production, or TV things. So that's her job, and of course I understand all that very well and happy for that. But yes, more happier I am that she will be here very, very soon, and she told me that she has a plan for everything, so I can't wait to see what she can manage to do in my Instagram channel or Instagram account. One of my main goals with that is to gain more followers there. So you can, now that we have still the break going on, go to Instagram, rollinrudy_media, and I'm 110% sure there's gonna be some awesome stuff now. And yeah, the goal to increase the followers there is that I want to use Instagram more to inform what's happening on this channel, and if there's anything I need to report on quickly, that is a good platform for it. Well, basically it's like a universal platform, so that is something what I am aiming to do here. Now I must admit that the clearing the track is a little bit slowish, so let's see. Audrey will take it right after the sweeper machine is got out from the track. More absorbent has been, or is being spread on the track as we speak, so, and some brushy action is going on, so maybe they have a budget for that stuff, so they need to use this much today, and so that they will get the same amount next year. Okay, that was a joke. Yeah, so just to recap, why are we not driving now is that Paulus Perkki had a possibly engine failure, or at least there is a lot of oil on the track, and after that failure he crashed into that very corner behind that Red Bull inflatable Red Bull ad there, so not ideal. Oh, of course, now I can notice that they have actually put a tire barrier there, so it might be that the car wasn't that bad after the collision, but I think the engine is the bigger problem here. I wouldn't assume them having a spare engine, and I don't know if Mika Keski-Korpi is willing to lend his spare engine to Paulus. Who knows, who knows. But yeah, I will right away put Jane on the mission to find out how and what's going on in there. So hopefully we will get some more information sooner than later. Yes, Adri is back, and yeah, thanks Drift Chat for posting the link to my Instagram. Shout out, and hey, there you have it. Drift Chat, my best source of any sort of information that is that you need from drifting. That's your channel. Also follow Drift Chat in Instagram, and also in Discord there is the Drift Chat channel there, so that is that's what I use, and I recommend it to all the other people as well. Bosko Buksna, thank you for the $5. Very, very appreciated. It seems that we are very close to get Adrian Petricevic on track with Tanupat Lertowiwit from Thailand. They are now, I think they will give them another warm up for the tires, and then we go. So I'm almost, I have emptied my workbank for now, so luckily we have the driving back, so good stuff. So it will be Tanupat in the lead and Adri in the chase first, so that you know, hopefully we don't have any concrete touches now, and all the oil will remain within the engine. and the next one will be Audrey in the lead position, so you will get more of him for the camera work. It is always prioritizing the lead driver. Thank you, Ante Jukic, for the €5 and cents top of that. Very nice. So we have, it will actually be Tanu, but solo run. Unfortunately, Audrey has an issue with the car. Okay, let me report you guys. Audrey is there. He has the hood open. He's been sitting there on that same spot for now. He's out of the car. Hopefully it's nothing major. On the next one we have Mikolai Zagrzewski and Axel Hildebrand. Some rotary action here. Goodbye, side skirt. No, not that one. This should be the right one. Oh, was that a little bit of a crash to the wall from Mikolai? He is not seemingly continuing the runs now. I think that looked quite hefty bump, but oh, it was actually partly to the tires. So he was really deep there. So it will be Axel Hildebrand's solo run now next. have engaged earplug mode. It seems that yesterday's 8 hours of drifting was maybe a little bit too much, so also helps a little bit my ergonomics here. I don't need to plug my right ear with the left hand, which is then driving the remote control at the same time. There on his lead prioritization is on the lead driver on these ones, or the first going driver, because the smoke kind of makes it almost impossible to concentrate on the chase driver. Okay, here we go again. Adri's car has been retrieved from that burnout box area. Yeah, there were some flames from the rear tire, but no. Okay, maybe it's gone and everything good. Who is next? It is Ferropolis and Keski-Korpi. And it will be then Keski-Korpi in the lead. Ireland versus Austria. Unbelievable. Those little air blowers, they are, even with earplugs, they are super annoying. I wonder if it's getting to the show as well, but on the stream. Yes, let's go. Much to see on that one. Due to the smoke, but now it is an Enver Haskasap and Jason Yi. Jason in the lead from China, Enver Haskasap from Turkey, Enver being one of the regular season drivers. About that noise of that blower, airport blower, that I've developed yet another type of tinnitus on myself, so new frequency unlocked, but luckily it was just the blower. Okay, it's gonna be Enver taking the lead here. Let's see if Jason's willing to take it as a proper chase or the gap. Okay, there they go. Germany, and Artur Havrilenko from Ukraine. It's gonna be two colorful cars, two very good drivers as well. Very nice. So I was asking, where is the spotter stand for this event? Well, you are looking from the spotter stand. I'm filming actually here. So from Ukraine, Konstantin taking the lead position here.
Sí, le pedí a Sergio un paracetamol y ahora en un rato comeré algo y me lo tomaré, aunque a ver si se me pasa, ¿sabes? A lo mejor es malestar mañanero o algo de eso. Vamos a agua. Anoche me dormía todo el puto cuerpo. Pero bueno, ¿tú qué tal? Bien, a ver ahora... Chao, brother.
They will swap the roles. Also in the lead. So this is Group A of this practice session. It will take in total 3 hours until 1 p.m. local time. So stay tuned for the Group then. See. In the lead. Next, Timur Lipski in the chase position. Thailand going on against Kemal, Super Kemal. I really love the livery of that car. I think it's very okay to go crazy with your livery and Yes, spotters are here with me, or I am here with the spotters. There's some comments about it. Yes. Guys, please hit on that like button. Having a little bit of a delay here. I think it's just cooling down machine here at the lineup area. Always talking about what happens there because I really cannot turn my camera there that easily, and it would be only basically be showing some bushes. It seems that Tanupat had an issue with the car, needed to return to the paddock, so it will be solo run for Kemal. That he lost drive, or I don't know, continued pretty much right after that, so really difficult to tell what happened there. Remember to follow really closely the Alex Hildebrandt's Volvo's exhaust, and there's the blow-off valve pipe going through the hood of his car, and that looked just spectacular in the night lighting. It was like shooting almost like 1 meter long flame, like blue flame. On that one, it's just like, it's ripping. I mean, it's fantastic, but it's not very good for your ears. Good thing is that you can also feel it with your body, so. Chase position, and it is it's Igor Derenko in RTR Mustang. It's one of the loudest cars as well. of course have judges here in the spotters area, so they are discussing with the spotters here. One really key element of spotters working here is to talk to the judges as well as for the drivers. It's not just like, you know, judges tells how to drive, but you can also have discussions with them over the weekend in the times when there is no live session going on. So they are really helpful, and there is always dialogue between the drivers and the that during this weekend yet. Now it seems that one of the cameras has failed. Okay. Camera number 3. It's a different camera, so sorry about that. I will try to remember that it's not existing for now. Let's see if I can maybe mend it while the break is on. But yeah, we will see. I think it's this group will end after just a couple of cars. Then there's time for me to take a look at that one camera. So hopefully we're not gonna miss because of that. Wearing earplugs is that the burnout box action will overpower sometimes the cars that are accelerating. So I think we are facing the last tandem here, and it'll be 2 Nissans. It's going to be Dylan Darby and Enver Haskasab S13, S15. A little bit for a bit and just double checking. Okay, the camera hasn't returned by itself, so just a second. Okay, maybe you can already hear me. Sorry about the last one. I jumped the gun with that a little bit. So let's see. The camera is back. This camera, I don't know, somehow battery had drained and it is in a power bank, and the camera battery is kind of a backup, but then I don't know what reason it happened that it's not. Let's see if it keeps up. I have the full spare batteries, so if that fails again I need to go on another break to change that like camera internal battery to full one, and then maybe we're good to go. What has drained the battery? I have no idea. Absolute no idea, but that seemed to be the case. But yeah, maybe if I get a little bit of a more budget, I could probably invest in some more reliable cameras, but it seems that conditions here are such that it's very difficult to find like a bulletproof solution with reasonable money. So, Group B.
Does it show you the viewers?
Sorry?
Does it show you how many people are watching it?
I need to check that from my phone. I have one of the judges here with me. So it is it's 1300 at the moment.
Not bad, not bad. That's good.
So as we're saying, we need more viewers. So click that like button.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome, dude. You guys are doing an awesome job. Really
Thank you
cool,
so much.
really
Thank
cool.
you so much.
It's needed, you know, especially for the drivers and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's a
absolutely.
very good tool. Very
I've got so much good feedback from the drivers. So.
definitely.
Good. So
it goes.
we are about to go the next session or next group on this session, and it will be started by Juha Pöytälaakso and Kuba Kroll. So we have 2 hours left of this practice session. We just started the Group B. Group B being the mid-tier group. If we look at these groups, Group C being the hot group, all the top position drivers in the standings, and the Group A that we just had, including wildcards and few of the lower positioned regular season drivers. But hey, here we are once again. We will have Kuba Kroll in the lead and Juha Pöytälaakso in the chase. Action there. Next we will have Alan Hines in the lead and Simon Olsen in the chase. Sorry about these delays. I'm moved my position for this little bit from yesterday, and I cannot see the lead driver car from here without walking a couple of steps to other direction. So. The reason for moving my location is that those beach flags are not obstructing the view that much as it was yesterday. So. That was Simon Olsen and Alan Hines. Next one will be Marko Sakouril and George Christopherou. They are good old friends. Patrick Toth, thank you for your donation in Hungarian forints. Appreciate it. So it'll be Marko Sakouril in the lead and George Christopherou in the chase. Waiting for something on the truck, not anymore. And we got a nice applause from the Czech fans, from Marko Sakouril fans. I think it's really nice that there is this kind of fan culture somewhere else than Finland too, because you all know that the Finns are pretty crazy drifting fans, and we occupy, of course, the Finnish ground and also the Latvian ground pretty heavily. But here, this is Yes, I saw correctly. So Teemu Asunmaa taking the lead position here first.
He will be slower than you. Keep in mind.
And then it will be the other way around. I think we have a drone casualty. No, what is it? Oh, it is a drone that was being brought from the track marshal to the start line marshal.
They have plenty of
So then it's Jarkko Jylhä. He will take the chase position, and it is Espen Rode from Norway in the lead. Some Nordic match up there. Now we have had a pretty good start for this Group B. Not much of collisions or any sort of drama here. Hopefully it will stay like that. And we have 1,500 of you watching. Thanks to every one of you who have found this stream. Please also click that like button so that yet more people can find the stream. Harry Kerr in the lead. Harry Kerr, one of the rookies this season.
I basically where the red being cut is. And I might be wrong because there was another car behind him and I just see the smoke.
Okay. Let's take a look on what happened on there. As always. Bit of a tires rubbing there. Here we go, the other way. Suffered some damage there due to those small bumps, so it was a solo run from pit forward. Take the chase line here, and Taisade, who will be the lead driver on this one. Right. Good. So it will be Taisade in chase, and Vio Correa. They will give a little bit of a refreshing air towards the intercooler of Diogo's car there before we Diogo will be in lead position on this one. They are on start line and ready to go. Second now. Touch. Of course, Diogo was already with a straight car on that moment, I think. Just a tap. He's there. So maybe his car just shut down, because otherwise straightening on that place wouldn't make any sense. Hopefully it's not nothing major. as always. So during this short break, again, please hit that like button so more people can find this stream. Yeah, there's a comment about Lauri Heinonen there, maybe just recap on that one, that he's out of this race due to a broken wrist that occurred because of a head-on collision yesterday towards the concrete barrier, which was caused by rubber in the brakes, so left foot braking didn't work as he expected. And of course, if you are then straightening the car and headed towards the wall and you don't have the brakes, it is really difficult to stop, and it was quite a hit. And Dave Egan here on this one. Once again, you start to think about something and start to talk about something, and then all of a sudden you have cars driving in. But I catch them. This is Group B that is going on. It still goes some half an hour from now, and then it will be the Group C with the top drivers of the series. So should be Dave Egan in the lead and David Spozop will be Ebemeyer in the lead first. Good to go. Line a leak or something, because I saw some absorbent material back being carried around, but I don't know if it was just a it was a bit of something. So, you guys are ready for another one. Let's see how that unfolds. So next, Pöytälaakso taking chase position there. Okay, there was a little bit of a fire extinction going on with David Sposov's car. Sorry for not mentioning it, but I was looking at the start line there. Case. Too bad. Pöytälaakso returning to the paddock. So maybe time for a little bit of comments here. First I'm gonna adjust a little bit of my setup here, so kind of shading my streaming device here. To stick on here. Yeah. A lot of comments. Keep the comments flowing in, because that's also something that promotes these live streams. Also hit that like button, of course. Now that I have rethinked this a little bit, it might be that if I encourage you to hit that like button when there's no action on track, like on this break, then people will join and then they're like, oh, nothing is happening. So we need to rethink about that. But hey, anyway, thanks to all of you who have liked the video or liked the stream. That is a good way to gain some attention for this, and we're currently at 1,500-ish viewers, and that is a good number. then we are, by the way, closing into the situation when Jane is gonna arrive. She will be the co-host with me this weekend, doing mostly posts on Instagram on rollingrudy_media. And yeah, if you don't know who is Jane, she is the Finnish Around Red Bull TV host who replaced Becky Evans in that one, and she did a great job, and I was so super lucky that I got her here to do social media stuff for me and for this channel. I'm 110% sure there's gonna be some nice material coming, so follow my Instagram, rollingrudy_media, so you don't miss any of that stuff that happens in there. So they're letting drivers to warm up their tires already, so I think the message from the track is that we are getting closer to release this practice session once again for the drivers. We have Alan Hines and Kuba Kroll joining the show next. Let's see how all of this will unfold again. Okay, flatbed truck is out and drivers are already there, so let's go. Taking the lead position next, and are ready to go once again. Oh, we're not ready to go. It is a rock and roll car that needs to be smoke cleared from inside the car. Lucky it's just the tire smoke. Difficult because I need to look on the touch screen and see where to put my finger. This remote control, I have already my fingers on top of the buttons. So next one, it will be Teemu Asunmaa and George Christopherou. Teemu in the lead. Finland versus Cyprus. something that the track marshals are picking up from the track, so that must be the case. So it'll be then solo run from Teemu Asunmaa next. Any minute and second now. Cars are ready in the start line now. Karim Hani in the lead. Marko Sato Okay, next one will be Teemu Asunmaa, Clint van Oort. Let's see how it is with them.
I don't know what he said. 1 and 8. Did you tell him that? Yes. Okay. He was saying that Mark was the worst champion. He gave it the best, right? Let's go. Let's go. Ready? Let's go see this.
Set Teemu Asunmaa, but of course it's Jarkko Jylä.
He told it
It was just saw the finish flag on the roof of the car.
His rear wheels were basically blocked from the very beginning
So
of
that
the
very small Sleeping
till
the
the end
fencing
of
here
the orange cone. So it was like,
on the burnout box, but
First corner,
we haven't
it does not need to be so.
gear race, so it's no.
ignored.
okay.
So he's
Take their
Otherwise it was good.
extra
That was a
yard
big mistake.
getting rid of the
Yeah, it was better.
first
Yeah.
car.
Otherwise it was kind of, let's say,
Therefore, setting
slightly
the car
lazy,
up in the
but now it was pretty precise and snappy, like bang, bang.
So now we're
start line.
that part.
And keep this side as it is.
yeah, okay.
The previous one was better. This one was a little bit earlier. Softer gas.
Hopefully being able to drive there soon.
In the finish line.
Yeah, the first time was just like when I just told them half a second, we just continue through it instead of starting. Yeah, but
Fixing going on with this front bumper there as well. Front left corner of
they
it.
stood out. It was the only one that went like that.
Bit of just smiling a little bit. Hey, meanwhile we can watch replays because I happen to have this one on replay. Maybe we can also see what happened to the front bumper. It was the left front corner of the bumper that is kind of loose there. Difficult to see any reason for that from this. Taking the lead position here. Others coming, and this session, or this group B, should be on for yet another 6 minutes. So they are ready to go. Taas ada So Harry Kerr in the lead. Should be Yves Meyer in the chase if was because of the smoke, or why did Yves stop drifting there? Car seems still to be a little bit of a handful for Yves Meyer, but let's see. He's waiting for his place on the lead position here. Need for cooling or something. It should be about 33 today. It's a hot day. Tomorrow is going to be even more hotter. Not again. All the way to the tires, so then I think it's much better to hit those tires instead of that wall. Anyway, now I must admit that I don't even remember where those tires yesterday, but it doesn't seem to be like those tires were like motorsports track spec, tied together, multiple layers. It just seems like some tires put against the wall, from what I can see. So we can expect a little bit of a time to clear this up. I think Red Bull has been really smart in placing that inflatable big can on that position, because this is not the, and this is most likely, it's not the first, but most likely not the last time when we are in the middle of these actions. So let us see how it all goes. Hey, we have some time for comments. People pushing so hard this weekend. I think last year actually even had much more collision action on track. One positive here, this actually kind of concluded the Group B here, so we only missed like a handful of runs because of this episode, so we will anyway have a 10 minutes break now, and it will continue, the whole thing will continue after noon local time, after 1 p.m. finish time. So that is a good one here.
That's quite high.
It's time to get a little bit of a hydration here. make the angle a little bit wider here. So, as an intermediate actions here, maybe you could post from where are you watching the stream. I know that there's very many Finns watching all of these streams, and if I can also comment one thing, it has been a steady trend that I think it's the number 10 country on my viewers is Indonesia. So if there's anybody from Indonesia, shout out to you guys. I never expected that to happen, but I guess you guys love drifting there. Somebody tried to call me. Can't take calls right now. So the track is cleared, but we will not see action until noontime local time, because all of the Group B cars have already been driven through to the paddock, back to the paddock. What I can say from the lineup here, who are waiting for the next group to start. The first one will be Conor Fowley and Kuba Brzgonski. Then we have Vienczek and Kevin Pesur. Then we have Juha Rintanen and Mika Keski-Korpi, and so on and so forth. This is just based on the order in the lineup there. Also remember to click that like button. Now it's a good moment to stretch your thumb a little bit and either reach the TV remote or your mobile phone or whatever it is. We are currently at 1,600 viewers, which is a great number already. But we could fit some more. We are waiting. It will be the Group C, the hot group. And it will then last about 50 minutes. Then we will have a break of a little bit over 2 hours, and then there's going to be a final practice session for today at 3 p.m. local time, 4 p.m. Finnish time, and it will be only 1.5 hours. Of course, for me, in a way, it's a pity that it's so short, but then again, being here in this blazing heat, maybe it's just a good thing. And then anyway, we need some good rest before the qualification, and the qualification will start at 7 p.m. local time, which is again 8 p.m. Finnish time or Eastern European time if you are, for example, from Baltics. Always mentioning the Finnish time because I happen to be from Finland, if someone didn't know about it, but yes, this channel, as it has been this season, is all mostly in English. So I'm working and watching. Lol. Good thing I'm the boss. That's a good one. But hey, I think there are not that many works that you perform that you can keep the stream open there besides you. Maybe if you're a hard surgeon, then consider not having it open, but or maybe, you know, if you ask from me, just keep it open and don't watch it, because that's also benefiting me. But hey, of course, the most important thing is that you guys enjoy the show. That's the best reward for me by far. One thing that we need to address or comment regarding Group C, it is interesting to see whether Jack Shanahan will be driving or not. He had his leg, how did he put it to me yesterday, or was it even the day before? Was mildly hurt, and there was later an Instagram post, him going with the crutches and saying that there's some soft stuff, soft tissues, ligaments or something wrong in the leg or an ankle more specifically, but he should be just, well, yesterday he did 2 runs, I think, and at least it looked that he is capable of driving a car. This has been a little bit of a trend this weekend. I think Marko Saakoril has some issues or has hurt his leg or foot, and Max Heinrich has hurt his foot. And of course the probably saddest news of them all, Lauri Heinonen broke his wrist yesterday in the practice session on a head-on collision towards the concrete barrier, and is not able to compete here in this race. I don't know anything about the forthcoming races. For example, well, there is only one Drift Masters race obviously coming, that is Poland. I have no personal information on, or information from them, anything official that he would drive or not drive there, so we will wait and see. But considering the situation with the wrist, if it's broken and that race is like, what, 3-4 weeks from now, I think we're just on the cliff with that one. But yeah, we will see. There's a question, by the way, do you think that Drift Masters will stream also practices in the future, like F1 does, for example? I have no idea. I don't know if the volume is really big enough for that, because if they would do it in their way, they would need quite many cameramen, quite many people driving the broadcast and everything, so it might be too expensive for them, or, you know, not viable for them. I will be doing this, well, I have been doing this season, most part of last season, and if it's up to be next season as well, so I really hope that I will get a word with the big boys here or in Poland, just to be able to discuss a little bit like what's next year gonna look like, because I would really like to collaborate or cooperate a little bit more or a little bit with them. There is not that many things that I would need. I would basically be happy if I have a secure place where to stand or sit and film. So that is like really, that would be the most essential thing. Also, for example, like with the organizing the setup, like if I could get any help with some of the camera, like bracket installations or something like that, that would help me a lot. And what else? well, I would like to discuss like how crazy so far they have been happy with what I do. Of course, this is nothing official, regardless of I have a permission to do this. So. But it's a very good question, a very good comment. Thanks for that. Because, I think it's also good to inform you guys that if it's up to me, I will be doing this next year as well. If they come up with like so much more better production for this, practice sessions and everything, I'm just happy about it. I mean, this is for me mostly a hobby. I enjoy doing this very much. So those are the basis for everything. But hey, we have now 2 cars on the line. It's Dave Egan. Oh, Dave Egan, Jean Bonnet. They're supposed to be in Group B. So maybe they will give that one run for them that they missed in the end of previous group. So by all means, I'm fine with that. Then we wait for Connor Falvey and Kuba Bereskonski. These guys were sitting in the burnout box. I didn't realize they were there. Tidying on the rear of Jean Bonnet's car. Okay, good to go. Just removed half of the rear of your car. Maybe it's more than half of the rear of your car. Good to go. A bit of fresh air to the intercooler. Jean's car there, and one run and we are done with the Group B. Just getting into over angle and Dave ramming into his front tire there. Oh, at least he managed to stop the spin. Let's have that again. Okay. Should be okay to go. The track is pretty much clear. It was just one of those slight bumps. Even though it was tire and tire, and that usually means some bent control arms. So let them see what it requires to get back in business. The next practice session. Then it is first real Group A start, which is Connor Falvey and Kuba Bereskonski. Connor Falvey be in the lead position. energy there. We have that replay. The transition, they are exchanging a little bit of body parts there, if you can put it that way. Okay. There is really now weird things are happening. Jacob Geddings is not wearing a beanie. I wonder why. Very rapid camera movement. We need to get back to business. But hey, how you have seen it, the beanie hasn't grown into his head. And then Piotr moment of what's happening here. Just veered too much to the right, to the slippery part, and then spun because of that. I don't think there was contact or any sort of a issue with anything other than that the line was a little bit too deep. Okay, hey, now it's time for a finish tandem here. It will be Juha Rintanen and Mika Keski-Korpi for the first time today. So then it should be the other way around. Pavel Korpulinski taking the lead first. Had been out again. Should give me like a sort of an electric shock when that happens or something. Stay with me. And it's gonna be Dwayne McKeever and Nasser Al-Harbali. Let's have a backup switch there in the touchscreen here if I'm facing that issue once again. Almost at 2,000 viewers right now, so maybe you can hit that like button one more time. Also, there's this hype function now. There's a YouTube that you can also use. Try that one too. Then
Task Sirva in the lead and Oliver Randalu in the chase.
I think it's their first run on this session for both. Remote control device now. I don't know why it just plays tricks on me, and always it is fixed with the reboot, except for now. Maybe it is the heat. Okay, now it's back. What can I say? Technology, how much do we love that? So, this is the scene going on. Something is wrong. Luckily these things have a warranty, but dead. Is it the cable or is it the thing itself? Let's try with a different cable. Is this that? Okay, maybe just the cable. Let's see. This cable is ruining my ergonomics because it doesn't have an angle in its end. No, it's not about the. It is. Oh yeah, of course. If you try to take the same angle where you already are at, it doesn't change it. Yeah. Okay. So cable it was. At some point because it's been used quite much and kind of using this in a way that it is not supposed to be used, so that's why. But I'm just fighting to survive here. Like so many times before. Sorry for not commenting on that one because I had this technical challenge here, but hey. Anyway. Kevin Pesur now in the lead. Keski in the chase, and of course the replacement cable I had is the shortest. Last week of this first practice session. We are now 25-ish minutes into it, and we have some 25 minutes to go. Halfway through, then we will have a break of a little bit over 2 hours. We'll energize ourselves and hopefully be ready for one last square of the practice today. Check Keski-Korpi. Then it's gonna be a switcheroo, Keski-Korpi, then just a second ago, now it's gonna be Keski-Korpi in the lead. box action done. Although to be honest, driving here this camera when I need to do so many camera angle changes or camera changes, it doesn't allow me to concentrate too much on the actual driving of the driver, so sorry about that, but I just need to live with that. Okay, judging by the comments, I think we just crossed 2,000. That it's Stormkeeper in the lead and Conor Fowley the chase, all Irish battle coming. And I can see that So I was going to say that it has started now. Jane has arrived into the paddock and I can see some stories being generated in my Instagram. So go there, _media. Preparing himself, start line, he will take the chase line and it will be Nasser Al-Harbali taking the lead line here. We are ready to go. there's also there's information about the water situation of in my Instagram. Time to take any Instagram stories here while I'm doing this. So go there while you're watching this and you will find some more info. But next it will be Nicolas Bertans and Oliver Randalu. It's a Baltic battle and we will hear a little bit of that. I believe, and Nicolas Bertans in the chase position. Kind of floating around here. I think it changed quite quickly because I think we had this issue like only like 5 minutes ago. Now it seems to be there. I don't know if they're now delaying some starts even because of that. Start line marshal is there actually watching the smoke. Shaking his head. No, not good to go yet. Changed in just like even less than 5 minutes. Okay, now he accepts the situation. Kevin Pesur and Jack in the following one, pretty much in cars here, 2 JC powered GT86s, or is it GR86 with Kevin? I'm not 100% sure, but done. We have now a little bit over 10 minutes remaining of the session. It will be now Conor Shanahan, Kevin Pesur. Conor Shanahan in the lead. Kevin Pesur obviously in the chase. It will be Keski-Korpi and Piotr Jędrzejczyk. Keski-Korpi then in the lead and Piotr Jędrzejczyk chase. Chase, waiting for your check to come to the start line. position. As we are closing to the end of this session, we are some 5-6 minutes away from that. The lineup we still have cars. Nasser Al-Harbali. Yeah, there's Jack and Marco, broken legs, and Max Heydrich, broken foot. Remember to put on my watermark there. I will have for the last couple of minutes. The last car today will be Nick Naka. So notice actually two separate lead. Better with the smoke, and it's also a little bit better with the temperature conditions here. But yeah, it's a couple of minutes left, and this is very survivable now. Tomorrow it's gonna be even hotter, but luckily for me it's only gonna be that one short practice before the top 32 daytime. Back to the paddock. So here, just a slight touch to the wall. Fowley and Benediktas Chirva taking the next one. I think it's the other car there. Who's left? Let's see. But here we your first Stirva and there. Maybe they have been granted permission to try the car for a reason or another, or after some repair or something. So we'll see, or whatever it will be. I'm in a rush to stop here, stay happy. To take that tow run, replay of that. Car might need to wait for the smoke to settle a little bit, and then we are good to let the track on him, and that would be the last run of today from Diego Correa while we enjoy this last tandem run of the day. truck, and I don't think we need to have that run on this stream. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time in the next practice session that will happen 3 o'clock. Is my cap okay? Everything right? So 3 o'clock today local time, 4 o'clock Finnish time, the last practice session of today, second to last practice session of the weekend. We will then go and see the qualification after the next practice session, which will happen 7 o'clock local time, 8 o'clock Finnish time, or East European time. Hey, here we have it. The first practice of today done. Please go and subscribe to the channel, especially this weekend. Please go and follow my Instagram, rollingwoody_media, so that you don't miss anything of what Jane is actually, as we speak, doing there in the paddock. I haven't seen actually most of it yet because I've been doing this live stream, and I'm so excited to see what she will come up with all of that. So, thank you everybody. It is time to say goodbye for a bit. After some 2 hours we're back to the practice, and hopefully we will also get Jane in the show when that happens. See you then.